love the channel and find it useful in becoming a happy retiree. Subscribe today. Steve joins us on the line from Marietta. Steve, good morning. Well, welcome to Money Matters. How can I help? What's going on?
Thank you, Wes. Good morning. I'm about 5 years away from having to come out of the IRA that I have, and I have a Roth as well with my current employer now. What are the rules about the RMD amount of that IRA when I reach the requirement minimum age?
When you're 70 and a half, so I suspect, how old are you now, Steve?
65.
65, and then when do you plan on, do you think you'll be working when you're 70 or 71, or are you going to be done long before that?
I do. No, I do.
All right, so if you're still let's say you're still working at a company where you have a 401k plan and you're contributing to the 401k plan, you're still working, then that's the one case where your RMDs can be delayed.
Really?
Yeah. So if you're still working and you've got a 401k or a 403b and you're still working and still contributing to that 401k and you're 72 and you're still going, still working, the IRS says you don't have to take an RMD from that account.
Well, to be clear here now, the IRA and the Roth IRA that I have through my current employer, I'm kicking money into now all the time. The other was from a former employer, 401k, that was converted to an IRA.
Okay.
So they're two separate accounts. My question is, at 70 and a half, I'm going to have to start taking money out of that IRA that's sitting with Vanguard then.
Okay.
No matter what.
Okay. So yeah. So this is two different questions here. You've got the one question, which is if you're still working, still contributing to your employer-sponsored plan, into your sport, that one particular piece of the equation, you don't have to take an RMD from.
Okay.
On the outside, I think your question here is, what about your other plans?
Right.
If you've got a regular IRA with Vanguard, the answer is as long as you don't own 10% or more of the company, and this goes back to whether you're an owner in your own plan or not.
Sure.
Your other IRA accounts, you do have to take a RMD.
Okay.
So
how is that determined? What percentage per year?
Okay, so that's a table that's published. You can just look up RMD table. If you could just go to Google and do RMD table, you'll find a divisor, which usually works out to in the first year you have to start taking it at 70 and a half. It's about 3.7% for it's different for males and females because we have slightly different life expectancy. But for you, Steve, it'll be around, call it a little less than 4%. Per year, you're going to have to take out in those early years of RMDs. And again, on the IRA where it's outside of the employer-sponsored plan, it's just the IRA at Vanguard, you're not working, or even though you're still working at the company, your IRA is separate and you still have to take those RMDs.
Well, my current plan with the company I'm with, I've got a Roth now instead of a conventional IRA where I'm putting after-tax money into it.
Well, okay, so that's simple. Anything that's Roth, one of the advantages of having a Roth, in your case, you don't have to take RMDs. So Roth IRA has different required minimum distribution rules than a regular IRA. So regular IRA, yes. A Roth, you don't have to take your RMDs.
And you don't have to take it, literally ever.
Literally ever. That is one of, now it gets, I don't want to get into the weeds here, but once you inherit a Roth, you actually, believe it or not, you actually do have to take RMDs if it's inherited. But for most of us that have a Roth, we've been contributing to, it's your Roth that you've put money into. One of the advantages, or the reasons, one of many reasons that Roths are great, number one, they're tax-free when the money comes out. The IRS says you don't have to take RMDs. And it kind of makes sense, but not that anything of the IRS makes total sense, Steve. But if you think about it, they're not going to force you to take money out of something that, in this case, they don't collect any taxes on it anyway. They force you to take money out of your regular IRA because then they collect taxes on it every time you do so. It's like a paycheck. They get a little bit, they get a chunk of it, whatever your prevailing rate is. A Roth, though, they are not subject to required minimum distributions.
All right, fine. Last question, Wes. Thank you very much.
This is like
there
the
any
lightning
reason-
round. This is the IRA Roth 401k RMD lightning round with Steve from Marietta. Let's keep going. One more.
And is there any reason I can't take that RMD out of that IRA and throw it right back into the Roth?
Well, the answer would be if you have earned income, Steve, and it sounds like you do because you're still working at this other company, then
Right.
the answer is likely yes, because you've got earned income. If you weren't working and you weren't making a living, and let's say that you weren't making earned income, meaning that you're only getting a pension, you're taking your RMD counts as income, but it's not earned income, then you
Right.
cannot put money into a Roth. You have to have earned income, wage income. And if you do, then you're eligible to contribute it to not only you're eligible to contribute to an IRA or a Roth, depending on what makes sense from a tax perspective. But it's got to be earned or wage income in order to do so. Hi, I'm Wes Moss, and thanks for taking a minute to hear about what's so different about my new book, You Can Retire Sooner Than You Think. So unlike other retirement books, this book will give you a step-by-step guide, whether in your 20s or 30s or 40s or 50s, to learn from what these successful and happy retirees did to get there. I hope you enjoy the book, but more importantly, I know that it'll help you retire sooner than you think.